Good morning, everyone. So, today the topic for today's lecture is requisite of valid meeting. We are going to discuss that what are the basic conditions which are required to constitute a valid meeting. Okay, I'm going to show you some slides through which we can have a brief introduction of that. So, the first area through which we have to focus under the requisite of valid meeting is the appropriate authority. Under this appropriate authority, we can constitute a valid meeting only. The first essential element must be considered. Appropriate authority means the board of directors, the members, and the company law board. These constitute an appropriate authority for constituting a valid meeting. Board of directors must be give their consents, as well as there must be a proper consent of the members and the company law board to conduct a proper meeting. The next area which we're going to discuss is the notice. Notice is the second element under the requisite of valid meeting, which is notice. We can say that it is a knowledge to the members, to the board of directors, and the company law board that what are the areas which are to be discussed in the meeting. What is the basic agenda which is to be discussed in that particular meeting. Notice are of two types. It can be a proper notice or it can be a shorter notice. Both the notice must be given, sent to the members at least 21 days. Notice must be sent to every member of that company, as well as these notice must be both the notice, whether it would be a proper notice or it shall be a shorter notice. Both notice shall be in the written or a digital form. Written, it can be delivered through postal address, and digital forms it can be through Gmails. Okay, it can be through a mail, can be sent to the members of the company. It is very necessary, if the notice is not given to the members at least prior to the 21 days, then a valid meeting cannot be constitute. It will be an invalid meeting. So it is necessary that a notice must be given to the members of the company for an information that on a particular date, place, time, a certain meeting, a general meeting is gonna be conducted. The next is contents of notice and to whom. The first one is place, day and hour of the meeting. The first one is under the contents of the notice. Their notice must be mentioned the place, day and hour. It is necessary that the meeting shall be conducted on a business day. It shall not be conducted on holiday. It shall be conducted on a business day. So it is very much necessary that no transactions will be done, no general meeting will be conducted and in a holiday, because that meeting must be conducted in a business day, business hour, business timings. And the notice must be given to the four parties. It must be sent to the every member of the company, the legal representatives of the deceased members, the auditors, as well as official assignees of the insolvent members. So the notice of meeting shall be sent to the four parties, every member of the company, legal representative of the deceased members, official assignees as well as auditors. And any of the omission, any of the mistake in the notice can be only be valid if there is some, before publishing a notice, one must check that there should not be any type of omission in that particular notice. Okay, this is the contents of notice and to whom that notice shall be addressed. Thank you.